Yo, it's Movie Buff. I'm going to talk to you about Welcome to Marwen. It's Steve Carell's new movie. It also has Leslie Mann in it. The cast is stellar. I'm not even going to try to list all of them. When I first saw the preview, I was thinking all the way, this is Oscar bait. This is what this movie is made for. And I think they had those intentions, but the movie is not getting very great reviews all around. I can kind of see why. It's going to be a very divisive film just because of the content matter in it. I didn't hate it. It was different. It was a different type of movie. When they're in Marwen, in the world of Marwen and the dolls, it's awesome. Like how they shot it and how it was like filmed and created and all of the imagination that goes into it was badass. In the real world, not so much, but it's basically about this guy. He feels like when he wears women's shoes, it gives him an essence to be closer to women. Kind of a weird, and this guy's not your normal guy, to put it that way. Anyways, these guys in the beginning of the movie, kind of, it's a hate crime. They think he's gay. They beat the shit out of him. I mean, they beat him to the point where they kicked every memory out of this guy's head that he ever had. He can barely write his name. He's not a vegetable by any means, but he just does not have any recollection of anything that happened before the attack. And it has left him so messed up that he's got kind of like PTSD. He can't really be around a lot of public people. He keeps a very close-knit kind of community and people he talks to. And he used to be this badass illustrator, and now he can, barely pick up a pencil. So he has to tell his story that he wants to get out in photographs. So he makes these little, scenes with these little figurines and these dolls, these little hobby shop dolls. And he makes this entire world of Marwen. And that's really cool. Like I said, that was my favorite parts of the movie. I could have watched a movie just about Marwen, just in that time, in that place, and all the things that go with that. I liked how they did both sides, but the other side was just kind of like, okay, get your shit together, man. Grow some balls. It's kind of like what I was thinking the whole entire time. But he's a very, I wouldn't say cowardly figure, but he is. He's very cowardly, and he's kind of addicted to this pain medication, and he doesn't really want to be honest with himself, and that comes out in one of the figurines in Marwen, kind of is a metaphor for his addiction to these pain pills. But the movie is about overcoming, and he has to basically make this trial date and stand up for himself in front of a court and basically say, these guys beat me severely for no reason. This is a hate crime. And like I said, he can barely be in a room with normal people, let alone people that beat the shit out of him to the point of ridiculousness. So it's one of those things where he's really got to, find the heart, and like I said, find his nuts and just, do it. And obviously the Marwen character, Mark, he's like a captain. He's like everything that this guy wishes he was. And there's a lot of similarities, obviously, in the two of them, but he's the best version of himself in this little character. And he basically is coming to the point of where, he's so invested in this little tiny world that he's got on, and it shifts into his actual world. And that's where the movie kind of comes to a head. And you see, the real damage that's been done in this guy's life, and the repair that he's trying to do to basically just be normal. He just wants what normal people want. He wants to be loved. He wants to have a family. He wants to have friends. He wants to have, good times. And there's all these things that he has anxiety over and everything, and he has to overcome that. Like I said, the movie is about really, in a nutshell, it's about overcoming hardships in life. And I really did like it. It was just a different movie. I don't really know how to feel about it. I've only seen it once, and I won't go to the theater to see it again, but I might definitely watch it when it comes on TV or whatever, HBO. But it was different, you know, and Caitlin, she didn't have no really want to see it, so I just went to see it by myself. I kind of snuck in there after I went to see Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse for the second time, so it's one of those deals where it's like I didn't really pay for it, so I wasn't really upset about it. So, I mean, it was a really different time. Like I said, there's some parts in it that are just super awesome the way they're filmed, and there's some other parts where you're just like, that's kind of hinky. I'm not sure I really buy into all that. And you know, I just kind of, one of these movies you gotta choose for yourself whether it's right for you or not. I give it like a 6, 7 out of 10. Like I said, it was okay. I wouldn't have paid for it, and I didn't, so it was all good. But I might wait till it comes out on DVD if you guys want to check it out. If you like Steve Carell, you'll love it though, because he's really great in this role, and his acting chops are second to none. So check it out if you're a Steve Carell fan, or if you like the style that you think that it's filmed in. Other than that, just wait for it on DVD. Until next time, see you at the movies.